Hello everyone, welcome to Chef Shelley's Kitchen. So today I have the privilege of cooking with not only a colleague, but can I call you friend?
Of course,
I think
absolutely.
We're friends.
We're tight.
Yeah, we're tight. And Andre Keil I'm going to call him a coach extraordinaire. As a matter of fact, he was my mentor coach as part of my coaching certification. And so he just, he was a taskmaster. Shelley, you need to do this, do that. But
it's not hard with you.
I feel like I'm a better coach today because of my friend Andre.
That's really nice to say.
Thank you so much. So I actually didn't realize that Andre was a cook. All these secrets.
Well, let's not get too carried away.
Well,
so I do a couple of things at my house. I like to do all the cooking at my house.
All the cooking?
Yeah, because I like it. I like being in the kitchen and kind of getting busy. But my wife is more the baker. So and the reason for that is like she's the more accurate person in the house, and so she likes to do all these complicated baking things. But there's one thing I can bake, which is this lemon cake we're about to make right here. And the reason I like this cake is because it's simple. It's got a few ingredients. It's not complicated at all. It's like something I can totally handle. It keeps me in bounds, so I don't get all crazy with like mixing stuff into it. And it tastes good. Okay,
well, hey, it tastes good. It sounds good. And we are even today going to make it keto friendly. So for all my keto friends out there, or even if you're on Whole30 or paleo, there's some things that I'll talk about that you can substitute, to kind of make it your own. So you want to get started?
Let's do this.
All right. So what do we need to do first?
So the very first thing we're going to do is put the eggs in the large bowl here.
Okay.
And just put them right in here and add the salt.
Okay.
Right. And then I'm going to mix that up.
You can do that then. I'll take this over here.
And so while I'm doing that, if you want to, so what we're going to do, obviously it's a lemon cake. So it's a lemon olive oil cake. And so we use olive oil with lemon, and it's super tasty.
Okay.
But one of the things that has to happen is we have to put the lemon juice with the oil.
Okay.
And then also zest some lemon and put that in the recipe as well. So all of that. So usually I do that one at a time, but because I got my partner here.
Yeah.
You can do that with me.
I can do that.
So while I beat the eggs with the salt in them, you can start setting up the lemon olive oil.
Okay, sounds good. And so one of the things also, before we go move forward, tell them what all we have here. Because like you said, it's very simple recipe. What are these things that we're going to be using?
Like I said, very simple. So I already added the salt into the eggs. It's just a little bit of salt with the eggs. And then we've substituted what we normally put in here. Yeah. And so we've got in here, normally it's just flour.
All-purpose flour.
But what we've done for the recipe today is we've put you tell me. So we
almond flour and coconut flour. And there's a mixture, And I'll put the actual ingredients in the comments section with the measurements. Yeah. But it's more almond flour than coconut. Yeah. But I found it works beautifully.
And we talked about this, how like the ratio of the almond flour with the coconut flour is like just exactly the way you want to have it, so it still has the lightness and the moisture that you need in this cake.
Because the thing about coconut flour, it absorbs a lot of the liquid, so you can't use a lot of it. So that's why this is mostly almond flour with added coconut flour. I mean, I even do the same thing when I make my pancakes. And I just read this new recipe on bagels, so I'm going to try that out. And it's also almond coconut flour.
Same mixture. That's perfect.
And then we've got flour.
Yeah, we've got a little bit of baking powder. We can put that in there as well. So later on, what we're going to do is once I beat these eggs, is we'll put in the flour, the baking powder, but then also the sugar.
Yes.
And I know we have a special kind of sugar here today. You were telling me about that as well.
So what I like to say,
like things super sweet.
Exactly. And so much sugar is just not good for you.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to say is, again, look in the comment section, you can get the measurement for the sweetener. But in this case, we're actually using sugar alcohol, or in this, it's Swerve in particular. So you can use Swerve or monk fruit, whatever their sweetener is. Yeah. Even if you're doing Whole30, you could make the date mix. Mm-hmm. So you can puree dates and make that as your sugar as well.
I gotta try that. I haven't tried that before.
That's really good. Yeah. So yeah, we're trying to get away just for health reasons, you know, from so much sugar.
So many carbs and
exactly.
Sugar as well. Yep.
And then you talked about, we've got olive oil and then the lemon juice.
And then we've got already a little bit of the zest
yes.
going on here. And I was super jealous of your zester.
Yeah, so about my zester, I found this actually online. It's an Amazon purchase, and it's the kind, it actually has a lid on it. And it is super easy. I'm going to demonstrate it here in a moment. But then you just lift the lid off and there's all the zest. Everything is there. It's just, and it's super inexpensive. I don't know that I paid $10 for it.
So when I do that, there's like zest all over my
everywhere. It's right here and it's still on it. So okay, I've already actually done 3 of the lemons, but I also want to show how easy it is to zest. So while you're doing that, I'll go on and get the lemon zesting going. And then do you want me to pour these 2 in this bowl? Is that what you want me to do?
Mix it up. You can use, you know,
a little spatula here
to just mix it up, and then we'll just pour it in there at the end. But we'll go through that when we get there.
Do I put the zest in here as well? Do I mix that up?
Yeah, so the zest, the olive oil, and the juice.
All right, so take it away, and I'm gonna be doing my job of zesting.
And you'll notice that we're doing this by hand. You know, the mixing of the ingredients. You can use a mixer, but I just find it like, you know, this is easier. It's quicker. It has the same effect, and it's just easy.
Okay. Fantastic. Well, you're getting a little bit of a workout in, too.
It's good. I get that overdeveloped left arm. It's good.
Yes. Well, you know what? We probably should have put you over on this side and put me over there. Since you're a lefty. You're a lefty.
Injury could be happening. I know, that's true. That's
exactly. I try to think about that. My sister is a lefty.
She's a lefty?
And yes, she is. And I've learned so much about lefties because of my sister. I actually started reading books on left-handed people.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah, I've got books on it.
And they're all geniuses, right?
Of course.
Clearly, yeah.
Do you know that there's so many presidents that are that we've had that are left-handed? Yeah, think about it. Yeah, like Obama's left-handed. I think Reagan was left-handed. Nixon. Well, I'm not sure. I know there were a few of them. Bush. I think the Bush was left-handed. So
just want to show you. So like we're starting to see a little bit of this foaming into eggs, and that's good. Now I'm gonna just fold in this, not fold in, but just mix in
your sugar. Okay.
All right. So,
and I'm gonna go on and pour my ingredients here since I'm mixing them. And do you want the pulp? Because I like using pulp. Do you want the pulp that doesn't have seeds? It's up to you.
You've already got the zest in there, so like you don't really need the pulp in there.
Okay, all right.
But you know, I think so the other thing I like about this recipe for me is like on that part there's a good margin of error. Like it doesn't really matter so much how, you know, because like every lemon's gonna be different, and a little different kind of amount of juice.
That's true.
So yeah, it could be a little bit less accurate than the rest of the recipe.
So I love this. Another find on Amazon was my little lemon thing here, and it's so nice because it gets all the juice and then it collects the pulp up top and the seeds and all that great stuff, and it just makes it clean.
It's like a little glass
it has a clean, exactly.
Wow.
There you go.
So while you're doing that, I just want to show, like, I'm not sure you can get that here, but you can see this is kind of nice.
Hold it up a little closer this way.
Yeah, it's kind of nice and mixed in, you know. There's not a lot of sort of clumps of sugar in there, so it's looking good. This is the color that you want right now.
Nice. Hey, look at my zester. Lift it up, and you've got all your stuff for zesting. Isn't that awesome?
So my kitchen, it would be like
zest everywhere. Okay. Yeah, I was looking for a good one, and I came across this one, and I thought I've loved it ever since. I zest a lot of stuff.
I'm about to add our almond and coconut flour.
Okay.
Just add a little bit at a time.
Okay.
Right. Don't have to be overcomplicating this.
Okay.
And so the other reason I don't like to use the mixer is because you don't want to over mix this.
Okay.
You just want to make sure.
Got everything. Make sure your way. I'm acting like my dad now.
You just want to make sure. You don't want to overdo this with the mixer.
Turn it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can see it.
There you go.
Nice. Now, do you?
There's a little bit of muscle to do that. But.
Where did this recipe come from? Because I've cooked with avocado oil in terms of baked goods, but never with extra virgin. And this is extra virgin olive oil. Where did this come from? And do you know why they use the?
So I try to be healthy and stay away from the butters as much as I can. I mean, it's not all bad, but and I like the flavor of olive oil. Yeah. And so, I think I might have told you, but I lived in Belgium for 9 years. And had a chance to kind of travel all over Europe, and I like the earthy flavor that you get from olive oil. I really like it's a very distinct flavor. Not everybody likes that, but I just like how it comes out, not so cakey. It just feels almost like, and it still has the flavor of a cake, but it feels like something you can eat for breakfast.
Yeah,
sometimes
I like that.
and it's just easier.
I think it's important to use the extra virgin olive oil because some of them do have a harsher taste.
No, you got to get the good stuff.
So, yeah.
So you ready to put this in here?
Yes.
All right.
Ready for me to pour it?
Just pour it right in.
Just pour it all? Okay.
Yep.
There you go.
All right.
What a team we are.
Now you're starting to get that smooth batter.
Yes, and it smells so good. And I love this pan. So, I normally do a bundt cake.
Yeah.
But tell us about the fact that you're using this long kind of bread pan in a way.
I like the bread pan because I like to, this is a great thing you can have for dessert, right? Or a snack, but also it's for breakfast. So you can actually slice a little piece off. Yeah. And I also like sort of the moisture that's retained. So when you bake it, it just keeps a little bit of that moisture in there better than how it would be.
And then I understand because of that, we have to cook it a little longer than we normally would.
Yeah, we'll tell you that, how long that's going to be.
How's that looking to you?
This is looking good. This is, I don't know if you're catching that here, but this is looking really good. And I think it's pretty much ready to get in there. So we just kind of make sure it's
And it looks really like it normally does when you make it?
Yeah, it looks exactly the same. I mean, the color is a little bit different, obviously, because of the flour.
Yeah.
But
it's a little more yellow, but that goes with the lemon.
Yeah, I think it's going to come out really well. All right, let's do this. Let's pour it from this way.
Okay. Let me get out of your way. There it goes.
And you can see it's got some of that texture in there still.
Yeah, little almonds.
That's what you want. You want to keep that texture.
Here, I can take this.
Okay, how do we do that?
I'll take that. Let's see.
It's a two-people job. Totally. Yeah. Here, let me hold it up while
you hold it for me, and then that's awesome.
Yeah.
Very nice. I love this spatula too. It gets every single morsel. It's crazy.
Perfect.
Okay. All right. So.
All right, looking good.
Okay, so it sounds like we are ready to put this in the oven. So I preheated the oven to 350. And about how long are we going to leave it in the oven?
So when we do the regular flour, it's 1 hour and 10.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
We'll probably check in on it maybe a little bit before to see how it's going.
Okay.
But the recipe that I use is 1 hour and 10.
Okay. So we'll check on it maybe at about an hour. See if we need a little more, a little less. Okay. Yeah. So we will be back in 1 hour and something with this amazing cake that I get to have some. So we'll be back. Here it is. It smells so good. Oh my God.
Excited.
So me too. I can't wait to taste it. Why don't you show the viewers kind of how it turned out?
So here's how it turned out. This is exactly the right kind of color you want to have on this. And we ended up putting it in the oven for about 50 minutes. 50 minutes. And so we were talking about, you kind of start checking it around 45 minutes, and it might go a little longer, it might go shorter. It depends on the oven.
It does. And I say that all the time when cooking. So what you said for you and the kind of flour. So you tend to use the all-purpose flour and maybe it just takes longer to go all the way through. Not sure. Your oven, you cook it for 1 hour and 10 minutes. This was 20 minutes shorter. Because if we had kept it in any longer, it wouldn't have been. It would be a different story. A different show. A different show. Yeah. And I love how, like you said, even how it looks how it looks like a breakfast dish. But honestly, I can totally see this, you know, at any time of the day. So
I've been known to have it at any time of the day.
Okay.
Multiple times
of the day.
Yeah.
And guess what? And because of the ingredients we used here, you could do it guilt-free.
Yeah.
You know, you absolutely could.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
What do you normally eat this with?
So I always have this with non-fat Greek yogurt. I like the density of it. Just put a little bit on top. I like the mixture of the creamy yogurt with the tanginess of the lemon.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds really good. I could see maybe even pairing it up with some sliced strawberries. Or Breyers has a nice cart manager vanilla that you could have it with. You know, keeps me in my keto calories. Well, I can't wait to try this. Can we go on and
let's dig in?
Okay, let's dig in because I'm loving the consistency. It looks very moist.
It looks good.
Let's just see how it tastes.
This is good.
This is so good. I love the lemonade.
A little bit tangy.
Yes, it's just the right amount of lemon, just the right amount of sweetener. That's what I was about to say. It's so good.
It's moist.
It's super moist. Believe it or not, again, this was almond flour and coconut flour.
It's amazing.
So, how does the density compare to when you make it with regular flour?
It's definitely a little bit different. So, in fact, this is lighter and more fluffy in a way. I'm not really sure how that happened. Maybe the coconut flour helped with that. I think when you use the all-purpose flour, it's a little denser, and I think maybe that's why it cooks a little longer. Because it feels like it's just denser when you use that regular flour. But I think this is a winner. I think this is a total winner. This might be my new move.
Hey, and I'm so glad you were willing to experiment with me. Because when we were talking about this, I said, would you be up for changing out the flour and the sugar? Because I'm not going to be able to have any of it. And so,
yeah, no, it worked out.
This is wonderful.
Like I'm always down, and I trust you. So I think this came out well.
I did as well. I'm going to save the rest of mine because I'm going to add some ice cream
on there.
With some ice cream. It's still warm. This is delicious. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
For sharing this amazing recipe. And you get to take some home, but you have to leave some of it. We can split it. Well, thanks again for coming. I appreciate you so much.
All right.
Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. As always, look in the comment section. You'll get the breakdown of Andre's recipe, both with regular flour, regular sugar, and then some options with the almond flour, coconut flour, sugar, alcohol, whatever sweetener that you would likely use. And certainly subscribe to my channel. In the upper left-hand corner, you'll see the circle. Just click on it and subscribe. I always try to come up with simple, delicious, and healthier recipes, just like this one. So thanks again, and bye-bye.